all the guys she's dated and all the breakups. What's going on? She's only 26. This is the time where she needs to have fun and date lots of people.
I think what's going on is that she goes through these relationships for the purpose of earning more money. I would class action lawsuit by all of her ex-boyfriends.
Well, you know what you're getting into at this point.
You're right. True. You are going to be written about.
They were together 15 months, and they broke up last week.
And her boyfriend was
Calvin Harris.
Right, yeah.
And he was just in a bad car accident. And people are saying...
6 months ago?
Yeah, people are saying she's very upset because she stuck by him through the car accident.
Well, so, you would have done that anyway. Right. Why would you... Why?
But I guess they...
Had I known you were going to break up with me, I would have walked away.
And apparently things just fizzled out.
No, that's the name of her new album. No, had I known you were going to break up with me, I would have walked away.
It's kind of long. It's wordy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 15
got some
months.
Bonus tracks.
That's a long time for Taylor Swift, though.
It is.
If you think about it. So
in Taylor Swift years,
maybe there's some love music in there, too, though.
Probably. Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look at it. Carrot Top. Big butt of every joke. You see? You laugh. As soon as I say his name,
as soon as you
laugh.
say his name.
Okay. He's doesn't care what you think, really, because he knows he's been the butt of the joke for years.
I've always been picked on my whole comedy career. Like, it was always the punchline. I was always the punchline. And then someone said one time, well, you've done it like 32 years. So there comes a point where I guess you get to be a little bit more legitimate because of the time. They kind of say, okay, we'll let him into the clubhouse because he's been here 30 years kind of thing. It's about time we let him in. So I feel like I've kind of earned my stripes over the years of continue to do what I do no matter what people say.
And he makes a ton of money. His estimated worth, by the way, $75 million.
You're kidding me.
He has been headlining at the Luxor in Vegas for over a decade. He still sells out 5 or 6 shows a week, and he just signed on for another 5 years.
Good for him. Yeah. $75 million.
More power to you if you can do it.
Absolutely. To me, it's like one of those things, just spend it, have fun, go.
And if you were
How old is he?
Well,
he says he's been doing comedy for 30 years. He's got to be somewhere around
50-something.
Early 50s. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you were staying at the Luxor, wouldn't you maybe go to the show just because it is like a joke? Possibly.
I would.
Yeah,
I would
you know
go.
what I mean?
Right. Yes, I would go.
Like, you're there.
And you know what? I'll bet he's funny.
I mean,
I'll bet he's funny.
He was big at one point in his career.
He was in the 80s.
Then people all laughed at him like he was a hack and this and that because he did all the prop comedy.
Do you think at 50 years old he has to redden up his hair?
He's frightening looking now.
Yeah.
He's all roided out.
Yeah, it doesn't look right.
And he's 51.
51. All right.
All right,
stay out of the sun, dude. You're in Vegas, right?
All right, so I have more information on Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. A lot of people criticizing her, saying she's lying, trying to go for the big payday. Well, yesterday she released new photos to People magazine that showed bruises and a cut lip, and she also released some texts to People magazine that make her story look more legitimate.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. If you're in a relationship like this, I mean, you're fighting your battle in public, and People magazine, the most respected of all of the...
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And they published it, so they had to believe it. But would you take your fight to the people or to the courts?
I think the reason she's doing this is because she's being criticized so much. Like, nobody believes her.
Right,
because
but
how could Johnny Depp do this?
I know, but keep it here. Keep it here. Let it happen in court. Doesn't it seem more... I mean, I just find people that do that dubious.
Yeah,
she's playing it out on a
true.
stage that's bigger than she needs to.
But do you think that she's worried that this could be career-ending for her?
For her, maybe, yes.
It's not like her career's been anything.
True.
No.
Right. But maybe she's trying to be proactive in that regard, like, with Kevin's thought in that process.
Because it's her livelihood. She's crazy young.
Right.
Well, the text conversation that she released was Johnny Depp's assistant. Back in 2014, apparently Johnny was out of it and kicked her when it happened. And the manager wrote to her, he was appalled. When I told him he kicked you, he cried. He was disgusted, and he knows it. And he was incredibly apologetic and wants to get better now.
Another good example of be careful what you text. Be careful the voicemails you leave, because you never know when they're going to pop up.
I don't think I have to worry about it, but if you're famous, yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good.
That's why I always leave my voicemails like,
No, you always do some kind of joke. Hello, yes, this is Johnson and Murphy. And
the new morning show.
I've heard many of his fake voicemails to people.
They're classics, Courtney. People actually save them.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Cruise companies.
Yeah.
And do they get people to call you back when you leave messages
Nope.
like that?
Cruise companies.
Nobody knows who I am.
All right, now do you want to hear the bad Homeland news?
Yes, what
All
is
right.
it?
So Guy and I both watch Homeland. Do you watch it, Lance?
I have never seen an episode. No.
It's incredible.
It is one of the greatest shows.
It really is. Well, you were thinking it's got to be coming back soon, right? Nope. Showtime just said they're not going to have a new episode or new season of Homeland until January.
What the what?
I think they're trying to space out their big shows so they can get more subscribers. I'm not exactly sure, but they signed on for 3 more seasons.
Ooh, that's the good news.
And this next season is going to be shot in New York.
Oh,
And,
wow, they're bringing it home.
Yeah, I kind of like that. So some good news. 3 more seasons
Yeah,
of it.
listen, if you guys want a great show to watch, honest to God, it is just, it will have you from the get-go.
From the very first.
It is so good, so good. And so is House of Cards. I put off watching that forever. And again, I jones for the new return of the season.
I gave my mom and dad the House of Cards DVDs for Christmas. My mom tried to give them back to me yesterday because they can't get into it.
Seriously?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want them. I have Netflix.
Well, give them to me. I'll return them to Best Buy.
I think they are still all packaged.
Well, I'll pay you a minimal fee.
All right, that is Entertainment Schmig. More Schmig at 8:40 on Y98.
Phillips and Company on Y98. Summer fun is brought to you by the St. Louis County.